Have you ever remembered something so clearly that you would swear it happened exactly that way, only to discover that it never did? This is called a false memory. It isn't just forgetting details. Your brain can actually create events that never happened and convince you they are completely real. And the scariest part is, you would never know the difference. We like to think of memory like a video recording. Press play and the past rewinds perfectly. But the human brain doesn't work that way. Instead, your brain works like a storyteller. Every time you remember something, it rebuilds the event from scratch. And sometimes it gets the details wrong. Sometimes it invents entire scenes. Think about your earliest childhood memory. A birthday party, a holiday, your first day at school, the colors, the people, how you felt. Now ask yourself, did it happen exactly like that? Research says probably not. Every time you recall a memory, your brain reconstructs it. It doesn't replay it. During the process, small details get added, removed, or changed. A shirt changes color. Someone who wasn't there appears. A new line gets added to the conversation. Over years, these tiny edits stack up until the memory is completely different from what really happened. This is why two people can experience the same event, but remember it totally differently years later. A fight, a wedding, a car accident. Neither person is lying. Their brains just rebuilt it differently. Psychologist Elizabeth Loftus proved this in a famous study. She showed people videos of car crashes. Then she asked them questions. Here's the trick. She asked one group how fast the cars were going when they hit each other. She asked the other group how fast they were going when they smashed into each other. That one word changed everything. People who heard smashed remembered the crashes much worse. Some even swore they saw broken glass. But there was no glass in the video. Their brains made it up because the word suggested it. This shows us something important. Memory isn't only shaped by what happened, it's shaped by what happens after, by conversations, photos, headlines, questions. The more you tell a story, the more real it feels. But confidence doesn't equal truth. You can be 100% certain and still be wrong. In lab tests, scientists convinced adults they were lost in a mall as kids. Families confirmed it never happened, but the adults still described it in detail. What they saw, who helped them, how scared they felt. Their brains had written a new memory that never existed, and they believed it. False memories aren't just from labs. They happen every day. Friends arguing over what was said. Witnesses picking the wrong person. Families disagreeing about the past. This isn't dishonesty. It's survival. Your brain cares about meaning, not perfect details. It remembers danger, not the car was blue. But there's one more layer to this that almost no one talks about. Other people can put memories in your head. It's called social contagion of memory, and it happens every day. You're at dinner. Your sister says, "Remember when Dad drove us to the beach and the car broke down?" You don't remember it, but everyone else is nodding, laughing, adding details. Yeah, and it was so hot. And we had no water. The next week, you remember it too. You can see the heat. You can feel the panic. The problem? You were 2 years old. You weren't even there. Your brain just borrowed the memory from the group and made it yours. This is how families, friend groups, and even countries end up sharing the same false memory. Advertising uses this on purpose. Do you remember the first time you tasted this soda? You don't, but now your brain starts searching, and it fills the gap with a fake first time. Now you feel nostalgic for something that never happened to you. Politicians do it too. Remember when this country was great? What year? What was great? Doesn't matter. Your brain will build a memory to match the feeling. Even therapy can do this by accident. A well-meaning question like, "Do you think something bad happened to you as a kid?" can plant a seed. Weeks later, the seed grows into a full memory, with details, with emotion, and it might be real, or it might not. There's no way to tell from the inside. This is why group memories are the least reliable. The more people talk about an event, the more the story converges. Not on truth, but on the version that's told the best. Think about viral videos. One person posts, "You won't believe what happened." By the third retweet, new details appear. By the 10th, the story is completely different. But everyone who saw version 10 swears that's how it happened. Your brain does the same thing internally. It retweets your own memories to itself, and each retweet adds a caption, adds a filter, crops the image. So what's the point of all this? Should we just stop trusting memory? No, we should stop worshipping it. Memory is not a security camera. It's a tool. A tool for meaning, for learning, for connection. The healthiest people aren't the ones with perfect recall. They're the ones who know their memory is flawed and work with it. They say, "This is how I remember it," but I could be wrong. They check texts before starting fights. They let go of stories that hurt them. even if they feel true. Because holding onto a false memory is like carrying a backpack full of rocks that were never yours. And here's the final truth that will free you. You are not your memories. You are the one watching the memories. The observer is not the story. The observer is the one who gets to choose which stories to keep. Some memories you'll keep because they're true. Some you'll keep because they're useful. And some you'll let go because they were never real to begin with. Your brain is lying to you, and it's doing it with good intentions. Every time you remember something, you're not watching a video. You're rebuilding it from scratch, and your brain fills the missing pieces with guesses, other stories, and things you saw online. That's why two people can remember the exact same fight completely differently. Both are sure they're right. Both feel it in their chest. But only one version can be true. Maybe neither. This is how rumors start. How families argue for years. How you stay stuck in a story that isn't even accurate anymore. And if this made you think differently about your own memories, please don't forget to subscribe.